Hey roamers, we're on our way to New Mexico and we decided to make a little stop.
Yeah.
Guess where we are?
We're standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona.
In Winslow, Arizona.
Each year, over 100,000 visitors take a detour from Interstate 40 in northern Arizona to stop in Winslow to do this.
We're standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona.
In Winslow, Arizona.
Ever since Glenn Frey sang "Standing on a Corner in Winslow, Arizona," he forever put this town on the map of must-see rock and roll sites. In 1999, Winslow decided to go all in and created Standing on the Corner Park at the intersection of Route 66 and North Kinsley Avenue. What's the real story behind the song? Well, here's what we heard. Glenn Frey of the Eagles first heard it from his former roommate Jackson Browne. Yeah, that Jackson Browne. Browne wrote it, but never recorded it. And Frey added the line, "It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me." Try repeating that line and not singing it. Standing on the Corner Park features a mural of a building, complete with some imagination-inspiring characters for us to come to our own conclusions of what happened after that corner meeting. And an empty bright red 1960 Ford flatbed truck. There's more to Winslow than this famous corner. There's some super unique shops. We especially enjoyed the Motor Palace Mercantile. Out front is the world-famous Bonderella shop owner Lori's 1948 Ford F1 pickup, featured on Haggerty's Why I Drive series. The entry to the store is literally paved with pennies, and inside you'll find unexpected displays of all sorts of fun merchandise mixed with historical collectibles.
How about Brando's cap there? You look just like Brando. Stand right next to his picture. Let's see.
Just a second.
Yeah, that or
So.
Skipper from Gilligan's Island.
Hey little buddy.
Winslow also has the Old Trails Museum with free admission, a 50s-style soda shop, breweries, and it's also the gateway to the Painted Desert, Petrified Forest National Park, and this place, the La Posada Hotel. La Posada means the resting place in Spanish. Well, that was the fanciful definition Fred Harvey shared back when it opened in May of 1930. As luck would have it, it opened right after the stock market crash of 1929. The architect was Mary Elizabeth Coulter. She was responsible for 21 projects, most notably in Grand Canyon National Park and many Fred Harvey establishments, along the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad. For inspiration, Mary Coulter playfully pretended her La Posada was a Spanish rancho of the early 1800s, owned by a wealthy Spanish don no less. Her Mission Revival buildings here were complete with adobe walls, red terracotta roofs, and windows with wooden shutters. The design featured exposed ceiling beams and wrought iron work throughout. They say that Fred Harvey civilized the West. Prior to his influence, the railways did not provide sleeper or diner cars. Passengers were forced to rely on sometimes questionable trackside establishments. Harvey brought linen, silverware, crystal, and outstanding service to railroad travel. Their custom-designed china patterns were unique Southwest designs made specifically for Harvey houses and train car establishments. Today you can purchase recreations of the dishware designed by Coulter exclusively for the Harvey Company. Inspired by thousand-year-old pottery art, these china patterns were originally served in the Fred Harvey-operated Super Chief II's dining car on the railway. Famous guests of La Posada included Albert Einstein, Amelia Earhart, U.S. Presidents John Wayne, along with hundreds more. As first railroad travel, then US 66, became outmoded, replaced by Interstate 40, the La Posada finally closed in 1957. Sadly, original furnishings were auctioned off in 1959. Just as it was to be demolished in the 1990s, the National Trust for Historic Preservation, along with Arizona entrepreneur Alan Affeldt, were able to save it and transform it back to the magical place it once was.
This is like the decor that we like so much.
Right.
Like the authentic Spanish, Mexican style.
A lot of color.
A lot of color, a lot of wood, a lot of natural finishes. We're walking on slate floor. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look how pretty that is. It's three-dimensional. This is the table. I just love this.
Alan Affeldt's wife, Tina Mion, is an intriguing and statement-making artist. Many of her works are on permanent display in the hotel. Often shocking, but always captivating, it was really hard to tear ourselves away. Her highly original portraits of the men who've been president are not anything like their official portraits. Instead, she painted the personalities of each, sometimes humorous and all extremely thought-provoking. And the First Lady's portraits hang in the La Posada as well. And let's just say they are a must-see. At its height of popularity, the train used to stop a dozen times each day, each way. Amtrak's passenger train still does stop at La Posada twice daily on the Los Angeles-Chicago run. Although the former train station is soon to open as a museum, passengers now wait right outside the hotel. If you find yourself traveling Interstate 40 between New Mexico and Flagstaff, at least stop in for a memorable meal or beverage in the hotel's turquoise room. The name was borrowed from the dining car designed by Mary Coulter for the Super Chief train that ran this same route in 1936. For more about Fred Harvey's influence on train travel, check out our episode on the Arizona Railway Museum from January 2020. There's a link below in the description. Exiting Winslow to the east, you'll come across a very large dog park and this, two rusted steel girders, one 14 feet high and one 15 feet high, sticking up from a concrete base. These metal beams happen to be actual fragments saved from the World Trade Center in New York City. In front of it, there is a bronze plaque that reads, "These two steel beams from the World Trade Center, entrusted to the citizens of Winslow by the City of New York, along with this flag that was flown at the Pentagon, stand as the centerpiece of our Remembrance Garden. The words 'United we stand' remind the world that we will not fear terrorism. We hereby dedicate this garden to Northern Arizona's promise that we will never forget." The Winslow Chamber of Commerce claims they are the largest debris pieces provided to any town in America. There's plenty of parking, even for RVs. For those of us who will never forget, it is an emotional sight to witness and remember the fallen. Finally, it was time to get back on the road and continue on our way to northern New Mexico, seemingly the only place in the Southwest that wasn't over 100 degrees this week. If you're also a roamer, if even from the comfort of your sofa, then you'll want to be sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you won't miss a single episode of our journey to become location-independent roamers. And leave a comment so you can be part of the conversation. Until next time, see ya.